Fucking kill myself. There we go. Let me tell you my life story. It is the year 2006 in Indonesia. My mom and dad decided, hey, it's time for mating season. And that resulted in me. But I wasn't alone. I had an older brother and I had a younger brother. And yeah, I was in the middle. And the curse of the middle child is real, guys. You can trust me. And then when I was 4 years old, I was put into school. And an Indonesian school. And just to let you know, I'm a white kid, guys. Alright? So a white kid in Indonesia, that's kind of something. So, right, I'm in kindergarten and everyone's talking. And immediately, I'm a very quiet kid, right? I didn't speak much, but I did get some friends, right? And we were pretty noisy at times. Anyway, because I'm white, yeah, and because everyone else is Indonesian, maybe Chinese and whatever, I get picked on a lot. It's not very nice, right? And at one point in school, right, this new English teacher, he was a white guy, which was really rare. He left pretty soon after. He sang us this Beatles song, right? Yellow Submarine. Have you guys ever heard of that? We all live in the yellow submarine, right? That song, right? So all my friends, well, I guess friends, quote unquote, right? my classmates, right? They all thought it would be funny if they would make fun of it on me, right? They were calling me like, we all live in the dead name, but a dead name, but a dead name, but, and they were all laughing. They thought it was funny, but I didn't. I did not find it funny, right? And as you can see, here's a yellow submarine by the Beatles, yeah. So anyway, and I get picked, and this made me really sad actually. I still remember how it was like, but it also made me mad because for some reason I get mad so easily, right? Like any like a water bottle falls down, right? And I'm like, fuck me, mate. I'm gonna fucking kill myself at 10 years old. You know, that's like how mad I was. Anyway, and here you can see, so what happened here, right? You can see loads of people. What happened is, we learned that in history class that the Dutch, right, they invaded Indonesia in the 1700s, and because I was part Dutch and part Indonesian, because my mom's Indonesian, my dad's Dutch, they thought it would be funny to pin the blame on me. So you see, I'm responsible for what happened 300 years ago, guys. And literally, 3 whole classes were like, boo. They were like booing me, man. It's not fair, but I told the teacher, and the principal did something about it, and they all stopped. So I wasn't really traumatized. It's only a few days, and it seems like they just wanted to have fun or something. I don't fucking know, man. Kids, you know. But you know, negativity all aside, I did make some friends. Yeah, we got I had a best friend number 1 and best friend number 2 that came on later, because the best friend number 1 got separated from me, right? But also at some point I was introduced to this game called Geodash. Like they were like, hey, I've heard of Geodash, mate, and I'm like, Geodash, that sounds cool. And it took me like a whole day or 2 days to beat Stereo Madness. And yeah, that was like 2017, and it took off from there, yeah. And then a year after I was introduced to Geodash, right? I graduated from elementary school, right? And by this point, I've beaten my first hard demon, guys. It's called Paracosm Circles, if I remember correctly. But now it's a medium demon, so I don't know what to think about that. Anyway, right? So my mom and dad, right? Yeah, they came up to me and then they asked me, "We're gonna move to Malaysia," and I'm like, "That's cool." And then, but they were like, "But we're not going yet. We're gonna go in a few months, yeah. So do you want to go back to school when it starts again, or do you want to continue in homeschool?" Yeah, and so I had to pick, right? School or homeschool. And so I just followed my brothers, right? Because they both picked homeschool. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm going homeschool, right? Anyway, but that ended with me losing my friends because I did not have a phone nor like social media. So after that, I lost all my classmates, yeah. And it was a big mistake because I did not know what kind of a journey I was getting into, yeah. So, but I was all good, you know. I lost all my friends. It's fine. I'm gonna be in Malaysia and I'm gonna make some new ones and we're gonna bowl, right? So anyway, it's time I do homeschooling. I did it on my own, by the way, no tutor. We did not have the money to pay for that. Well, we didn't think we needed it. It was only a few months anyway, so I was doing it on my own, online, right? I was learning, but also, aside from that, I was also playing a little bit of Geodash every now and then, you know? I wasn't addicted. I got a passion for astronomy, yeah. I was like really into it. Anyway, so the months that we were waiting to move turned from 1 month to 2 months to 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 even. And so honestly, at this point, we're just gonna count in years, all right? Because it's gonna get rough, right? So year 1, guys, I spent a bit of studying and geodash. That was honestly all I really did. I still think we were gonna move the next month, but it didn't happen. And so year 2, it was about the same. A bit of studying, bit of geodash, Still think we're gonna move in the next month, yeah. Year 3, it was a bit of a geodash and a bit of studying, you see. I've started getting addicted to geodash, man. So what happened here? It was probably 2020 or 2021, right? I discovered FPS bypass, and I was like, holy shit, man. I can beat shitty keynotes. That's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, I was losing my studies. It was going away. I was like, I'm not into it anymore. Astronomy, not for me, man. Geodash, that's my soul. That's my soul inside and out. So, and I could, even if I tried to study, yeah, I couldn't do it. So I went to my parents in that year, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I can't really do this anymore. Yeah, it's too much on me. I'm really trying, but at this point, I'm not even learning anymore. Because whenever I'll try to learn, I'm just putting on music. Yeah, I'm listening to Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, Mama. So like, I was like, please, can you just let me not do it anymore? And they were like, sure thing, son, sure thing, right? So anyway, year 4, it was nothing but a geodash, mate. This is where I peak in geodash. Yeah, I'm beating loads of extreme demons. And year 5, year 6, yeah, alright. But honestly, I probably stopped 2 years after. Probably in year 6 or 5. I was done. I couldn't handle it mentally. So yeah, but even though I had loads of geodash, that does not mean I did not make some friends, because I found Discord and I got some online friends, and I met the half-baked donkey guys, right? And he's my best friend, 5 years now. Shout out to the half-baked donkey, mate, right? He's just as retarded as I am, yeah. Shout out to all my other online friends, yeah. I love them. They feel like family to me. Hey, shout out to you guys as well, alright? But yeah, so as you can see, I quit geodash, but I got into music. Yeah, I got passion for guitar. I played the guitar. It was honestly, that was it actually. And I tried singing. I've always wanted to sing, but every time I did it, I wasn't good at it. I would mess it up, and that kind of hurts my soul. But in the end, it's fine, because I got my guitar. So, but somewhere in the year, probably in year 6 or 7, right, I had an identity crisis. I didn't know who I was. I was like confused who I am. Am I this or am I that? I didn't know, like, am I comfortable with my pronouns, my name, all that thing, who am I, what's my name, almost like a schizophrenic episode, or like somebody who just got dementia at like 17, 18, right? But then I realized I got interrupted twice just now. Alright, anyway, back to it, alright? I didn't know who my name was, I didn't know who I was, right? And I was like, oh. But then I realized, oh, my name is Amy. I'm Amy, guys. I was like, yeah, no, this is me, right? And and clearly I don't sound like an Amy, but at some point, I promise you, yeah, I'ma be the Amy, the bee, right? But right now, it's 2025, and I'm like, I'm scared, I'm transgender, and my entire family does not know, and I very strongly believe that they wouldn't support that, because they showed lots of signs of it. So I was in the closet for a while, yeah. I was in the closet for like 2 years, and but after a while, my parents came to me and they were like, hey, son, we're gonna move to the Netherlands, yeah. And I was like, oh, cool, when? And we were like, oh, 2 weeks, mate. And I'm like, oh, fuck me, man. I can't do that. I can't do this. I've had 7 years of nothing, and you're telling me I'm going in 2 weeks. Why can't it just be another 7 years? Because, you see, now, you all might be thinking, what kind of fucking, what, you stupid, you've waited 7 years for this, and now you don't want to go, right? Okay, listen, right? It's hard for me, because I'm going to have to say goodbye to my cousin, and my lovely house, all those things, and I love those two things, you know, and that breaks my heart, because, I'm gonna be so alone, in such a foreign place, you know, even though I'm white, and I'm half Dutch, I feel like I'm part of the Indonesian culture, yeah. So anyway, 2 weeks, I got no choice, I gotta go, so I'm in the plane, yeah, and I'm crying my eyes out, I'm just like, I just can't do it, man. I just couldn't stop crying because I had to say goodbye to my cousin. I couldn't stop thinking about it. She was like my best friend in real life. Yeah. She was like the only friend in real life I had, right? So anyway, we arrived in Netherlands. It was just me, my dad, and my older brother. My mom and younger brother weren't there yet because I don't know, man. Don't ask me, right? So it was just us three, and we were like shopping in the supermarket, right? And I was like so depressed, man, so fucking depressed, yeah. That so depressed, I just literally ran away, right? And my dad and my older brother, they were like, what's going on, mate? But they didn't come after me. They were like, oh, you know, he does that sometimes, yeah. So they just let me go, I guess. I mean, they literally did. So I ran away, right, and it took like 2-3 hours. I thought like I was gonna I was gonna do something to myself. Sorry, YouTube, I didn't mean to say what I was gonna say. So, but then the police found me, right, and I thought I was okay, but apparently not. So I was still depressed after that, right? And my dad and older brother were like okay, too, and then like a month later, yeah, they actually might have been no, it was a month later, 3 weeks actually. My dad noticed how I was so depressed, and he was like, "What's wrong, mate? What's wrong with you? Yeah, you always like this." No, he wasn't mad. He wasn't mad. He was just really sad that I was sad, yeah. And I came out to him, I told him why I was upset all the time, and he was like, son, it's alright, yeah, it's alright. And I was like crying all the time, and it was like, it was amazing. But it was also awkward, because, right, it's a little bit hard to get used to it, because, you know, I got a different name, I got different pronouns, yeah, and even to this day, you still don't understand, and still ain't used to it at all, mate, right? So, anyway, oh, right, I went to school again, for the first time in 7 years, right? It was just to learn one subject, but I couldn't do it. After 6 weeks, I left, yeah, and I found myself hopping from clinics to clinics, and like for help for like mental therapy and all these things, yeah. I got other physical problems like my skin, right? Anyway, it was really long. I've spent like almost a year on this, and it was like really frustrating because I had to deal with most of it myself, but it paid off because I eventually got my medication. I finally got it, and I was like, life is great, yeah, life is good. And it genuinely was, yeah. I feel very grateful for that. I feel very lucky, you know. And I'm doing great now. This happened like 4 months ago, 6 months ago, 5 months, 4 months ago, mate, right? But that made me realize, well, I've got a million. I solved one problem, but I've got a million other problems. Yeah, like my sleeping schedule. It's really fucked. Like, it's actually fucked, right? And I got my showering. I shower once a week. Yeah, I'm fucking disgusting, mate. I shower once a week. Listen, I have OCD, right? like germaphobe. I'm a fucking germaphobe, and I shower once a week. Yeah, I'm shitting myself every day, and I'm not washing myself. Isn't that amazing? And I've also got my future to solve because I have a genuine passion for music, man. But I'm not doing anything about it. In general, I just got life. Life is finally getting to me. Those 7 years of geodash, mate, finally hitting me. And it's not helping because I'm back in it now, as you can see. It's really not helping, and I'm even better. I'm beating many extreme demons after extreme demons, mate. I'm beating a new hardest. Holy shit! I beat Cataclysm.